It's Friday already. Can you believe it? It is Friday. We are almost done with July. And I said to myself, am I going live this week? I forget. I have to put it on the calendar because so much is happening. But what can I tell you? But we've got an interesting topic today. And of course, I always pick titles that stir up a little dust. So we are going to play a little music and we'll get right into it. Good Friday afternoon. This is Gwendolyn, G.R. Houston Jack. This is Guuuuurl Listen. And where are we streaming live to? We're streaming live to LinkedIn and YouTube. And as I always say, if you are on YouTube, a couple of things. One, love to have you like, share, and subscribe because that's what really good friends do. But also, too, I would like to know where you're tuning in from, whether you are watching live or in the replay, either one. Would love to know where you're tuning in from. And then I thought to myself, it's Friday and a lot happens on Friday, which I'm highly excited about, highly excited. I really do need to get some shirts made because it's just that kind of thing. So before I talk about our topic, as you all know, well, I don't know, maybe you all don't know because I wasn't here last week. There is so much going on. Okay, so two things. One, Guuuuurl Listen now airs on Indie Soup Media starting at 7 p.m. Eastern, so 6 o'clock Central. Get my time thing going. And then right after that is Ladies Listen Up, and I've got a sneak peek to tonight's show. Next on Ladies Listen Up. If I hear this correctly, being more emotional, intelligent, and self-aware allows you to change how you respond to situations and to people and how they are, I don't want to say acting out, but
yeah, they're acting out, right? And the thing is that depending on what's going on with them at any given time, like we all, what does the quote say? We all, give people, understand someone where they're coming from because we're all going through something, right? And you don't know what I'm going through, so why not have the grace, the kindness, and give me that extra space? Right? But there's a difference between people that abuse it, right? And you got to be able to.
We're talking about emotional intelligence tonight. We have Dr. Dale Lang Hall, who will be joining us. So I'm excited about that. Let me shout out my community really quick. Danny's in the building. Good afternoon. She says, hey, girl, hey. Hello to you. So happy to have you here. And I got to thinking about all the things. Now, I am drinking. Two things are happening. First of all, it's almost time for preseason. So, us Texans fans, we are ready. We are ready for it. I don't want to talk about the Cowboys because that would not be kind. But I'm just saying, the Texans fans are ready for preseason and the whole entire season to start. And then also, I've got my sparkling water, but check that out. Yes. So we have finally decided to get some things, get a little merch going. And of course, over on the GRH Jack website, we got the Veiled Vault. You can bring all your favorites home. Don't you love it? Yes. Yes, indeed. The girls said we finna do something. We finna do a little bit of something because I got a little bit of something to do. Yeah. Okay, it made sense in my head, but all of a sudden it sounds kind of odd, but whatever. All right, so let me talk about the topic of the day because thoughts are always coming into my head. And so I was looking at some of the things that people say, obviously, out in society and social media. So I'm putting two things together. Trust me, There are more episodes coming because I can't cover it all in just one thing. So, because y'all know how I do, you know how I do. Oh, real quick, shout out to Black Eighth Element. What is going on? And yes, yeah, girl, listen, that, yeah, for sure. Check it out. So I was sitting there thinking to myself, when people talk about persons, we look at body image, and this is part of that continuing conversation of the war on women and body image. And I was going through threads, and there's a young lady, I cannot think of her name. I feel so awful for not writing down her name, but she's a marathon runner, half marathon runner. And she's on the larger side. And people were like, you couldn't possibly be like a runner. How can you run like that? So the idea came to me that, what do skinny bitches know anyway? What do they know? Now, my sister said, I can't believe you have that as a title because aren't you skinny? Gwendolyn is not skinny, okay? First and foremost, I am not skinny. I'm going to talk about that in a little bit, right? I'm going to talk about that. But Gwendolyn is not in that boat. I'm not in that boat. So just go ahead and put it out there. But it got me to thinking how we often, when we are talking about bodies and what's seen as fit and what is seen as healthy and who can do what, we automatically go to a place of, well, you have to be this thin something in order to do that. And I can tell you, when I was putting this together, looking for images of fit women, every single person is this super thin, waif thin something. That's just not where we are. Like, we are not. So we're going to get into that. Shout out to my friend Ron Foster. Hello there. Hello, sir. And he said, not a damn thing. Girl, being skinny ain't got nothing to do with nothing. So we're going to get into that. So here's my very first soapbox moment. And I don't have the box. I'm going to have to bring the box next time. But we're talking about bodies, and every single body is beautiful. I also want to say this, not a person, I don't care what your gender is, has anything to say about another person's body. They have no place, no right, including myself, which is why I can say exactly what I'm saying right now. We don't have a place for that, right? People like to tell you what you ought to do, what you should do. And I was told you shouldn't go shitting on people. So I'm telling you right now, every single body is beautiful. Now, my mama told me, you can talk to her. Talk to my mama. She told me that God didn't make no mistakes. Okay? Made zero mistakes. So trust and believe that you are exactly who you are, and you are exactly where you're supposed to be. Right? So understand that as we go through this. So when I went looking for images, and again, I'm looking at these young ladies who people do not see as being fit or being healthy. In the Black community, we used to call it being big bones. I don't know if we still say that, I don't know. We used to call it being big bones. But we have this idea that in order to be fit, in order to be seen as healthy, you have to be like a size 2 or 0 or something. That's what you have to be. There's no way that you could be a person who's a little bit taller or larger and be fit. That is the message that we have shared for 1,000 years. 1,000. Now, I'm going to show you a little something. I've been going through my archives, and this is why I want to tell you now. Unfortunately for me, and I say unfortunately, I was gifted my dad's body. He was on the thinner side. Okay, he was on the thinner side, and if you were a young Black girl growing up in the age of Ebony and Jet magazine and Essence, being rail thin really wasn't an attractive thing. This is just Gwendolyn speaking, right? So I'm going to show you guys a quick clip from my prom in 1994. Hold tight.
Josie has my Kleenex and bitch we get one.
Kleenex for what?
Because it's cold.
She got no bump back
There
there.
are bumps, just the dress.
You know what, Gwen?
It's not fitting.
I buy that
that dress for me. I sure wear that mug. No, I wear. I go out to them clubs. I'm gonna keep that dress.
This is not.
Oh my God. Okay, so just a little flat all over, just a little. So for me, being thin, really thin, was not all that great. I didn't like it. A sister was not happy. I was committed to Tammy Webb and her buns of steel and abs of steel, because I just thought we can't go through life like this. Now, I'm clearly a late bloomer, and I'm happy to be a late bloomer, but that just wasn't it. And you would believe that being that thin, surely Gwendolyn was happy and everything was roses and rainbows and sunshine. And no, I got picked on quite a bit for being that thin. I got picked on for, according to some people, my body wasn't black enough, as was my voice, right? So it was not a great thing to not have any kind of curves or lumps and bumps, like none of it. So understand that when I'm talking about this, it's not like, oh my God, I'm so super thin and it's great. It's not. But also too, I wasn't really all that healthy, believe it or not. We didn't run track. I didn't do anything like that, but it wasn't seen as being quite healthy. I actually didn't get into a healthy state until I got into college. So what does that tell you? So let me just show you where we were. 2015, I was running like I stole something. You turn 40, you feel like you got something to prove. So you get out there, you start running marathons and half marathons and all the things. I did 44 races that year because I obviously, Virgos, we are high achievers. But in 2018, yeah, that weight, it was there, but it was a healthy weight. It was a healthy weight. Now, you see me in my little shorts and my little purple tutu because I was doing a Prince run, abs all out. It does not matter for me to be in this perfect body shape. Perfect doesn't exist. Perfect never existed. But you got to find for yourself what that healthy weight, what that looks like for you. You got to find it for yourself. Now, let me talk about the bikinis, because Gwendolyn went through some things. Again, when you're small and petite and you ain't got much going on, you can put something on, right? So I admit in 2006, I thought, you know what, Gwendolyn, let's start wrapping our arms around what the good Lord gave us. Because it was not something I felt comfortable doing. People have this idea that just because you may be smaller in frame, 1, you're healthy, 2, you're fit, and 3, you feel great about your body. Not so much. No. And I do believe, although I have not studied it, we'll have to go into it. Depending on your culture, that impacts how you see yourself as well. That definitely hits it. Quick sidebar. My dear friend Joe and I had a conversation when the movie Just Right came out. That is the one with Common, Paula Patton, and Queen Latifah. And the comments about a basketball star who would fall for Queen Latifah, who is the larger of the two ladies, because he was dating Paula Patton, he gets hurt, she leaves him. And then Queen Latifah, being the physical therapist, he really builds this genuine bond and love for her. And people thought that's a fairy tale. There's just no way any guy would ever fall for a woman who looks like that. And let's be honest. Women have said the exact same thing. They have said it. What we talked about that day, as she and I were digging into the comments, was that there is this idea that the grass is greener on the other side. The grass is not greener. The society we live in pretty much tells women that no matter what we do, we'll never measure up. Now, second sidebar. The title is, what do skinny bitches know anyway? And somebody would say, why would you ever use that word to define a woman, to define any woman? So first of all, when people talk awful about other people, they are not gracious. They're not even close to being gracious. They're not sitting around saying, oh my goodness, look at that lady and da da da. They're not doing that. As a matter of fact, we know that right now. We have a VP who happens to be a woman, and every single thing under the sun besides that has come out in public, right? They might as well go ahead and put it out there. So we know that when we talk about other people, we're not talking about them with love and kindness. We're not doing that. These are real deal conversations that when people see each other and they have this idea that this person represents something that either they want or that they don't like about themselves or something they wish for, it's never in a positive light. I am here to tell you, it's really not that great either, because whether you have too much or not enough, society is still telling you in some form of fashion where you are failing, where you are missing the mark, no matter what you do. Now, in 2022, I would tell you, I had a great time. Clearly, we have picked up some curves. Again, this late bloomer is blooming. So I am all in for the blooming season. Personally, I love the curves. I love the weight. Love the weight I'm in. And what would probably shock some people, if we have to go with numbers, if we have to go and put a number out there, Gwendolyn is a size 10. Believe it or not, I'm a size 10, sometimes hitting on the 12. Now, I know you're saying there's just no way. Trust me. The tags in the room in there, in the closet, yes. We got to let go of those numbers. We got to let go of these numbers, and we really need to start rewiring our brain to truly understand and accept what it is. I know we have a lot of work to do. I am not a photographer that does, what do you call it? Those images that people can just use whenever, right? Like it's not what I do. I don't do that work. But looking at what's currently available, I'm surprised I actually found this image of what someone could say, hey, here are different body types, different ethnicities. They're all kind of the same height, but I do like that it's different body types. You wouldn't believe how hard it is to find a woman that is not super rail thin and has like a 6-pack ab, right? You'd be surprised how hard it is to find other images of what is fit and what is healthy and what is also a sign of being happy. We've got some work to do. And it really does start, obviously, at home, starts with ourselves. I am happy with the weight that I am in. The only time you really see me working out is when I can't fit my clothes anymore because I'm just a little lazy. I'm going to the store and buying some stuff. But other than that, and I want a healthy heart. So let me not say it like that. We have to rewire our brain and realize the images that we see every day. And I don't want to go back to last year's conversation where there were a number of women going out of the country to get these BBLs and everything else, the mother makeover, what have you, and some of them dying days after the surgery. We have to decide at what point do we stop giving in to this ridiculous idea of what a woman should look like. I've never had any kids, but I gotta tell you this, I have to believe that it is close to impossible for anyone to ever think that you should be able to carry a whole ass human and then bounce right back as if nothing ever happened. Really? Really? And I know that people are suggesting these surgeries and things to snatch it back. We gotta stop it. Personally, I don't think it's healthy. Like I said, I like a little something. It was actually Rihanna who said, if you got a butt, then you got a gut. Wrap your arms around that, people. It's perfectly fine. This is healthy. This is normal. We are changing. when people talk about, I would like to get back to my high school weight, why? The body is not the same. Your hormones are not the same. The things you do are not the same. Why are we trying to go back there? Is what we talked about the last time. Checking our language, checking how we talk to ourselves, checking the images that we absorb. You are what you see. Instead of looking for anti-aging things, look for better aging. Instead of trying to go back to your body when you were 16 or 18 years old and didn't have to worry about hormone fluctuations, let's figure out what's a better body for us at all the different ages. Because we are definitely going through a transformation. Let's just go ahead and say, you know what? While I'm here, let me figure out the very best body for myself and what that looks like and what being happy and healthy looks like. I'm gonna tell you right now, Gwendolyn is doing all the things. Just this past weekend, I was in my great niece and great nephew's pool because it's what I felt like doing, right? Put on the bathing suit and call it a day. But a lot of us, because again, a photographer, we want to wait until we are perfect, until we get to that ideal weight, until we lose 4 or 5 more pounds. You don't have that kind of time. You really don't. You are here and then we are gone. And you don't know when that moment's going to be. We are at a place where we have to decide, I am going to take charge right here, right now. Enjoy the body I'm in, live my very best life, surround myself with amazing people who appreciate me the way I am, and not attempt to change me, mold me, and all that other foolishness. It's not even close to being necessary. It's not. So if we ask ourselves this, what do skinny bitches know? They don't know anything, as Danny says. They don't know anything. I can tell you this, as a former skinny bitch, I can tell you this. I am looking at, and I have dealt with the exact same struggles like every other woman in this country. Every single one, right? Wanting to boost up the bosom and fill out the backside. And we have been there and done that. And then I realized it ain't even worth it. It's really not even close to being worth it. And I'm at a place, clearly, I think you guys have all seen it, that it's about Gwendolyn. Now, the husband, he doesn't actually, you know what's a very good point. The husband doesn't say anything. He has nothing to say. He did again, like he tried once to talk about my clothes, and I was like, bruh, no. But he doesn't say anything. But that's unconditional love, right? That's unconditional love. Although we have seen people who have done things, and we have heard comments about, if my spouse was to go here, what would I do? I have to table that one. I definitely want to come back to that. I'm going to have to table that. I will tell you this. We've all gone through it. I believe some of us are still going through it. This is a journey. You never get to a place of, like I said, I am good until I can't get into my clothes. And then it's like, okay, well, I guess I gotta do something. I guess I have to do something because these prices out here, okay. So I will say that. But I want to leave you with the message as we welcome in our dear friend. What's going on there? GNC Sports Talk. Times are changing. I don't know if you guys are feeling it, if you're seeing it, but times are changing. And what was doesn't have to be anymore. Like there are so many possibilities right now. I get kind of giddy about what could be. And I am coming into, we are, if the good Lord allows me, we're just 1 year away from 50. Just one. And 50 is very young because life doesn't start until 40, by the way, just in case y'all didn't know. Ain't nothing happening until you're 40 years old. So, okay. But we're 1 year away from 50. But when I look at other women who are in their 40s, their 50s, their 60s. We are reinventing this narrative about what we should be doing. We are shedding all of that ridiculous society crap that they keep shoving down our throat. And I'm not even going to talk about JD Vance and his bitch ass. But this is a new day, people. It is a new day. And I am telling all of you, I am giving you the permission to go out there and live your best life. If you want to put on your bikini, your thong, and do all your things this summer, by all means, go for it. Because we are here and then we're gone. And you don't know when that day is. And I want to say, is it my dear friend Ron who says live life to the fullest? I want to say that's his thing. I'm gonna co-sign that. I'm gonna co-sign his message. So as we wrap this up, because I still have to get ready for this evening, because for those of you who want to be over there on Indie Soup Media, we'll be in the live chat starting at 6 o'clock Central. Yes, we'll be in the live chat. Make sure you sign up for the GRH Jack email list. You can get on the list. I haven't emailed to anybody, I think, like, 2 months? I'm slacking right now. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm slacking. I'm working on getting my things together. I'm working on it. Don't judge me. And since half of this stuff is self-made priorities anyway and timelines, ain't nobody concerned. Oh, Gary says it's the wrong account. Good afternoon, Gary. We'll accept both accounts. We're not going to judge you, sir. It's okay. We're not going to judge you. So we will be over at Indie Soup Media, 6 o'clock p.m. Tonight, we're talking about how Prince saved my life. Then we will bring in Ladies Listen up at 7:30 Eastern, 6:30 Central. Make sure I get all my timing together. And we'll be talking about emotional intelligence. It's the weekend, y'all. We are almost done with this month. The Olympics is getting started. I am living vicariously through Snoop Dogg right now. That man is doing all the things. All the things. I am telling you, there is a shift changing. There is a shift. You can either stay in the box, i.e. the Matrix. And didn't the Matrix make like 25 years? Am I making that up? Am I making that up? I think it's 25 years old. Or is it? Yeah. Is it? Yeah, I think it's 25 and John Wick is like 10. Forgive me. Movie brain. We are changing things. Times are changing. There's nothing that you can't do if you want to do it. I'm telling you. Like, just go for all the gusto. Get out there, shake your girls, and do all the things. I mean, you don't have to shake all the girls. Okay, never mind. Let me focus on what's really going down. Yeah. Hey, thank you. I appreciate the likes from both, sir. I appreciate the likes from both. Olympics is starting. Get out there, see what's going on. If you guys are available, I'll see you all on the Indie Soup Media YouTube channel in about an hour and a half. See you. Thank you for watching another episode of Guuuuurl Listen. Be sure to tune in every other Friday at 4 p.m. Central Standard Time. And we also invite you to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel.